there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life, and also Kung Hee Fa Choi, which doesn't mean, oh no, you're trying weird sodas again. It means, uh, essentially, Happy Lunar New Year. It is the year of the wood snake, holla. And so we are celebrating, of course, with sweet treats for a sweet year. And what's sweeter than Jones S'more Soda? Ah? Ah? Look, I'm going to try to sell you on it, but no, I'm actually really excited about this. And of course, this was brought to us by Chief Soda Procurement Officer Porter. So I'm really looking forward to it. We've had quite a few of Jones' special release sodas on the channel. One that I think of still fondly to this day is the key lime pie soda we had. But before we kind of get into the trying it, which is actually what you're here for, I'd like to talk a little bit about the history of the s'more. I don't know about you, but I guess I never thought about the origin of s'mores. They've always been with me. Like that sounds weird, as if they've always traveled with me and I have a s'more in my pocket. But what I mean is, like, you think about camping, you think about like fires and things like that, and you think about the s'more. Gooey, hot marshmallow, graham cracker, chocolate. Um, but did you know, technically speaking, as in all things, the s'more itself wasn't actually written down as a recipe until 1927, so it's not even 100 years old yet. Practically a baby. um, but yeah, that boggled my mind. It actually shows up in a Girl Scout cookbook sort of deal in 1927 from a Girl Scout troop, I believe. Um, which kind of surprised me because the parts were all there. Um, like marshmallows, for example, which, again, getting back to this idea that things that taste good, we have to lie and say that they're healthy for us is like mind-boggling to me. And the marshmallow falls underneath that. The ancient Greeks and Romans, ha, the ancient Greeks and Romans actually used like marshmallow for medicinal purposes. Like it soothed their throats. It was a laxative, which is really exciting when you're talking about soda. Um, and then the French show up, and then the French do what the French do, and are like, "This is excellent," and we're just gonna eat it for fun. Um, so, I mean, kudos to the French for that. But yeah, it boggles my mind that this, in its own right, was kind of treated as like a medicine marshmallow. And speaking of medicine, actually, graham crackers are the same sort of deal. At least this one is a little bit more recent than ancient Romans. Um, Sylvester Graham was a preacher in the 1800s, and he was like, all these lusty young people out here in the world, you know what, we got to do something to dampen that fire. We got to do something that is going to make them God-fearing citizens. And so, you know what he did? He said, I'm going to make a cracker that is so bland. But that's what he does. He makes a graham cracker, uh, you know, um, and it's really meant to just be like a snack that like dulls your lust. Again, these are two things that are supposedly medicinal that are being put together to make a delicious treat. And then we get the chocolate. Now, we've talked about chocolate before on the channel. We've had chocolate soda, so I'm not going to go into the history of it. But this may not shock you to know that like ancient Incas used hot chocolate for medicine. Why are we doing this? Why as humans are we like things taste good, or in the case of the graham cracker, things taste bland. This must be healthy for me. Um, I don't understand it, but let me assure you, this is not a health tonic. This is just sugar, which I'm excited to try. But with all of those parts together, uh, the s'more was born. Again, in 1927, it was referred to as some more, but by like the 70s, we were just like, that's too many syllables. Just s'more it up. You know, like we do the s'more itself. But yeah, I guess I just didn't realize that the history of s'mores as a thing was less than 100 years old. With that, let's take a look at the bottle. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but like if you look at it, uh, it's a s'more. You can't deny that's on the bottle. And then I like to like it's kinda got the graham crackery sort of color too with the bottle and the liquid, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's see if it has. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll read this to you, but transport yourself to starry nights and cozy moments with Jones Soda's S'mores special release. Feel the warmth of a crackling campfire, the sweet embrace of melted chocolate, and the irresistible pull of gooey marshmallows sandwiched between crisp graham crackers, all captured in a single perfect bottle. Let the magical taste of Jones S'mores rekindle your sweetest moments wherever you are. What? I mean, I don't know what else to say to that, so let's open this up and see what we can get. Oh no, it says twist off. Why are you. No! It says twist off, but I apparently cannot twist it off, so. Come on, buddy. This would be one of those moments when you'd be like, technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. Will I hold that against this flavor? I'll never tell. Oh! Okay, so definitely right away, you get the smell of marshmallow. Like, it is marshmallow all the way down in this soda. Um, but we are going to pour it in a glass and see if I can't get any other notes other than marshmallow. Well, still marshmallow. uh, yeah, it just smells of marshmallow. I kind of don't know what else to say about it. But with that, bottoms up. Okay, this is good, but it really just kind of tastes of marshmallow. Um, that is to say, like, usually when it's got like a multi-layer sort of thing, um, I'll try to let it sit on my tongue a little bit because like your initial first like sip, in just case you ever wondered why I take usually two or three, is that your initial taste is like, oh, that's what this is. And then the other ones are kind of like, okay, now that you're accustomed to the taste, what else are you feeling in there? Um, at the very end, I would say when I let it linger a little bit, I did get some like honey graham cracker. It kind of made me think of Teddy Grahams, but I did get some of that. I definitely got like marshmallow. I don't really. I mean, I guess there was a little chocolate in it. It kind of was just like more of a hint of it. I think I think a food that has multiple sort of flavor components, let's say, um, is really really hard to emulate in a liquid. It's not to say that this isn't good. It's good. I'll drink the rest of it once I'm off camera, but it's I think it's a very complex flavor when we think about it because it's got again three different elements and I think one element just sort of dominates over the other ones. And luckily, it's a really tasty element. But what I would say is if you can still get a bottle of it, I would try it, the novelty alone. And again, it's not a bad soda. It's just, and I would say loosely, it does taste like a s'more. I just think it tastes like a s'more that you had like one graham cracker and then a bunch of marshmallows and then maybe a Hershey's Kiss on top. I just think that the flavors could have been a little more balanced, I think. But it doesn't I mean it's bad. It just means that it's marshmallow. Do you like marshmallows? But yeah, I would try it if you can find it, but it's definitely not it doesn't make me think of what did they say crackling campfires? Yes, crackling campfires. I don't sense any crackling campfire in this. I sense my cold office slash my house's storage room. Um, Next week we are trying. a Poppy limited edition. You remember Poppy from our prebiotics soda trends. Well, we are trying a berry. It's a wild berry poppy, but the real thing about it is that Post Malone did a collabo for this. So I'm interested to see if I can learn anything more about Post Malone's taste buds by trying this poppy. Until next week, drink weird. And I mean, I don't know, get some more hobbies. You get it. See you next time.